Let us start, though, with Amazon. It is signing a $38 billion deal with OpenAI to help run cloud computing. It is the first deal between OpenAI and Amazon, and it's even more interesting because OpenAI, remember, is partly owned by Microsoft, which is a big Amazon competitor on the cloud side of the business. Bottom line, with all these deals, it's getting pretty cloudy on who is doing what. So let's open up the clouds a bit, try to shine a little light in. Mackenzie Sagalos in San Francisco to lay out exactly what's going on here. Mac.
Hey, Brian. So what we're seeing is pretty notable for OpenAI. They haven't had this flexibility to sign whomever they wanted in the cloud wars. They're now, for the first time, teaming up with Amazon. And you said it, Amazon is not only a big rival to Microsoft Azure cloud services, it also actually is a big investor in OpenAI rival Anthropic. They've invested $8 billion into them. But this really shows just how much Amazon needs notable customers like OpenAI in order to build up its AWS strategy. It really needs to bring all those AI customers in-house. So even though it's not invested in OpenAI, they want them using their cloud services.
All right, talk to us about this Amazon, OpenAI, but Microsoft thing, because what it feels like is one of those like Real Housewives of Silicon Valley where people are kind of dating everybody or not at the same time, but kind of at the same time, because Microsoft owns part of OpenAI. They're fierce competitors on parts of the cloud side with Amazon, and yet this deal is with Amazon, but it's partly owned by Microsoft. I'm so confused.
Yeah, I mean, part of it, a nice way to think about it is these proxy wars being waged by the tech giants through these AI startups. So you've got Microsoft that's invested $13 billion into OpenAI, a return, by the way, that's 10x'd as of that deal that they renegotiated last week. And then you've got Amazon invested into Anthropic. And both of those companies, notably Microsoft and Amazon, like their AI strategy is really being the cloud backbone to these players. A lot of the compute that they're providing is how they're capitalizing on an AI strategy, but that is different to having an in-house LLM that is competitive like that Anthropic, like that OpenAI. So they're kind of betting on those players to fill in that piece of the strategy for them. But to your larger point here, now we're seeing this cross-pollination where you've got Microsoft, its investment into OpenAI. OpenAI is now using cloud compute from Google, from Microsoft, from Amazon. And that's because there is this voracious appetite for compute. So OpenAI needs to diversify who it's working with. And on the flip side, Amazon, because it isn't trying to get its own chatbot out there, they need to get more AI customers on their cloud.
So it's not who's dating whom, it's everybody's dating everybody. Yes. So that the entire commune, for lack of a better term, can win.
But you know who is exclusive? OpenAI only appears to be working with Nvidia GPUs right now because they signed with Google Cloud in July, and they did not want to use their in-house TPUs, so they're using Nvidia there. This Amazon deal, at least for now, it is not using its in-house Trainium chips. It's using all Nvidia. Now, I have it's my understanding with people who are close to this deal that they are willing to, potentially work in the AMD chips that they signed a deal for. So maybe the new capacity that's being brought online, because AWS, Brian, is building out new data centers specifically for OpenAI, just like they did for Anthropic, doing it for OpenAI. Yeah. And so they might be able to port some of those chips both from their Nvidia deal, from their AMD deal.
Just say the word Tesla.
Tesla.
Good. We got all the Mag 7 in one story.
Nailed it.
That's it. We got all the, well, we didn't say Netflix. We'll get that in the next story in just 1 second with Laura Martin. Mackenzie Sagalos, making sense of it all, Mac. Thank you very much.